Charlie will have a cocktail quite often as well.
Oh yeah, and I definitely enjoy getting out. I'm a very social person. You know, I like to hit up all the big bar scenes here. I like Lucas Park on, you know, weekend nights. I like going into Clayton.
Charlie, that's one of your spots, Lucas Park. I see you there.
Live in the Central West End, so I get out down around there quite a bit too.
Do you live with your boyfriend?
I live by myself.
Live by yourself?
I do,
really?
and I love it that way. For now, so
Okay, all right.
yeah, independent woman.
For now. You guys
now.
might be moving in together?
Oh, I mean...
How serious
early,
is
a
this?
little early for that, Chuck.
It's,
A little early for
They
that.
dated back in the day, though.
That's a little early for that,
They were
Chuck.
bringing
we were
it back.
young. You know, it's...
You can't give him what he wants now, or what's in it for him later.
Exactly, you
If
got to
you
keep
move-
him wanting more.
Right. If you
So-
move in with him now, then he'll never pop the question. And this could be the one. His dad's loaded.
Oh. No, I enjoy living by myself. I gotta have a little bit of space of my own, so it's nice. You know, I love my location in the Central West End. You know, it's perfect. I'm kind of in the center of everything, and just kind of living the 25-year-old.
Wild single lifestyle.
Yeah.
Do you go to Bar Louie a lot? Because one time
Oh.
I was on a date with a girl at Bar Louie and she actually left out the back and didn't
Oh
tell
my
me.
gosh, the back
We
door
actually
exit.
talked about that on the radio.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Great.
You know, yeah, I do get to Bar Louie quite a bit. It's really close. I can just go up there and, if need be, stumble on home.
That seems safe for a highly attractive girl to stumble home
Well,
alone in
not
the
by
Central
myself.
West End.
Never by myself. I
Seems
always,
like a really
I always
good
have somebody
idea.
escort me.
Oh, I would hope.
I do. But no, I do get up to Bar Louie quite a bit, especially recently. Just it's easier, I think, to get a lot of my friends together to go there. A lot of my friends live around the Central West End also, and
Bunch of rich girls.
Gold diggers, most of them. No, that's not true.
nobody likes to venture too far. You know, if the night's going to involve drinking. So
Now,
yeah,
a lot of
Bar
these
Louie.
girls that have come in studio, Courtney, I asked them the question, are they into girls? And then they will immediately say no, and they say, you were hooked up with a girl, and they'll say yes, which strikes me, if you were to ask a guy, are you into guys, then he says no, and then you say, if you hooked up with a guy, you go, well, then that seems like you are, if you have. If I had to handicap, I would say you aren't
Oh, come on, ask the question.
into it. So, are you?
Not at all, actually.
Yeah,
I've
no,
never.
Isn't that an easy read, Producer Joe?
Very easy. Very
Not
easy.
at all.
I wonder why that is. Why that's the case. Why we know some. She's
I
excuse
am
me?
very clean.
She's
I'm
classy.
squeaky.
I worry that the subject matter. I don't think. Now I know it's not like this is a very racy show, but if she's trying to be a teacher, is there
She actually
subjects-
brought that up when we
is
were
there
talking
subjects you
on
can't
Facebook
delve into?
about the whole deal.
Well, if there's subjects that I can't delve into, I'll somehow quickly change it. I'm pretty good at escaping awkward subjects or subjects that would be difficult for me to
Right.
talk about.
Because the
so.
smut is all Tim's fault.
Well,
on
yeah,
the
I know
Red
he
Badger
brings
show,
that.
Joe and I are
That's
going to
the
be
cat.
more of a wholesome
Family show, family values
family
show.
friendly.
We were thinking about calling it the Family Values Hour, actually.
Yes.
Then we waited 2 hours, we couldn't do that.
A
Yeah,
lot of
that's,
talk about
Oh, yeah.
scriptures. Scripture
Sure,
talk.
a couple
Yeah.
passages. Absolutely. So do you visit to like the Penthouse Club every once in a while?
No, I'm not really a frequent VIP customer at the Penthouse.
Have you been?
Oh, yeah, I've been over there, not by choice, but
You were
Kidnapped?
dragged over there?
yes, I was kidnapped, thrown in the back of somebody's trunk, and
Forced to watch the
bound.
grill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
right.
I'm kidding. No, you know, it just gets. Sometimes you're out late night, and
Absolutely.
everybody's.
In the mood for a little lesbianism?
The guys are more the ones that want to go. I mean,
It would be remiss of us to try and get to not try and get your sports takes. You say you're a big sports fan. You did work for the Billikens. What would you say is your favorite St. Louis team? Even though you're not from St. Louis, you've been here now for a few years.
oh, I gotta say the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Gotta say the Cardinals. I'm actually probably more than any other sport, more of a baseball fan.
Did you grow up a Reds fan in Cincinnati?
You know, I didn't really grow up too much of a Reds fan. I actually, when they won the World Series
1990?
many years ago,
Yeah.
I was like 6 then.
Right.
I remember going to a couple of the games, and we always had tickets, but I never was really what I would consider a fan of them. It's just, there's so much hype surrounding the Cardinals here, and it's like a culture in St. Louis, you know, it's different here, and how can you not be a fan? I mean, there's just so much excitement generated about it.
So you didn't
Favorite
like
Cardinal?
Marge Schott. You didn't like Marge Schott.
Actually, you know what? I can't say I didn't like her. She donated a lot of money to my high school, so we actually had,
You're on
And
the
Shotzi.
take.
yeah, Shotzi and Marge actually came to my high school when I was still there. This was back in 2001 for the ribbon cutting when she donated. Basically, she donated a couple $1 million to build new wing off of the school. It was called Margaret Unaware Shot Hall. Mush, that's what we called it.
Nice.
But yeah, it was donated by her, so we named it.
You're a private school girl, aren't you?
I am a
St.
private.
Ursula Academy.
How did you know? Oh, yeah.
That's right
Oh,
there.
that's on my profile.
Now get stalking
You are stalking me right before
I'm
my
just
eyes,
reading
and I
the
didn't know it.
Your girl next door pictures were much more conservative than many of the girl next door pictures. Doug was disappointed that you weren't all tatted up.
I'm not a tat type of girl. It's just not me.
She's
all
kindergarten clean, producer.
About,
Doug.
I keep it squeaky clean. I'm all about, I've got just the ears pierced and no tats, and
Have you done quite a bit of black tar heroin?
no. I like to keep it classy.
Do people say you
Welcome
look
to the
like a
right
celebrity?
show.
Yeah.
I actually have been told I look like a celebrity
Which
before.
one? Josie Bissett from Melrose Place.
Really?
That's
I've
what I
never
got.
been told that. That's a new one.
That's what I
got. Yeah, you did say
I've
that,
heard
Sean.
Carrie Underwood before.
I see that.
Yeah, a
too.
little bit.
Oh, thanks. Actually, I take that as a compliment.
Oh, it was.
And let's see.
Right.
Another one, and this is kind of random, but a few months ago, and I wasn't able to make it, but I got called into audition for a body double for Diane Lane. They were shooting parts of, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't make it. It was such a
How
short
do you get
notice.
that deal? I know in St. Louis hanging around.
Well, actually, it wasn't in St. Louis, believe it or not, of all cities. It was from Cincinnati, an agency that I've done a little bit of work with.
Was it like a naked scene?
No, not naked.
So then why would she need a body?
It was just a scene that they were shooting in, I guess it was going to be shot in either, I can't remember if it was Lexington or Louisville, one of those L beginning cities in
Right.
Kentucky. But they wanted me to come in the next day, and I couldn't do it. And it would have been me, and then they were auditioning 15 other girls. But I'm on their website featured, and they basically saw my picture and said, okay, she could be a double, call her. So they called me. They're like, well, we need you to get in town tomorrow, but couldn't make it. I need a little more notice if I have to go out of town.
What do they need a body double for? Dancing or something?
Actually, it was this. Oh God, no! I can't dance. Are you kidding me?
Sure.
I have 2 left feet. No, they needed the body double. I think there were some scenes they were shooting. Just basically, they said in a car where we'd be driving.
You had to get in a car wreck.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Hang
No.
on. We welcome our listeners to get involved. 969-1380, 1-800-491-30. You were relatively short on time, so we're going to make sure we get our callers in. Let's see who we have on line 1, Doug. Yes. Hello. Hello.
Doug.
Oh,
There he is.
Oh, it's Mike.
Hello, Mike.
Hi.
Yes, Mike.
What's up, Mike?
Have you got a boyfriend was the question.
I'm dating somebody right now.
Mike, she has a boyfriend right now.
Oh, he hung up on us.
Sorry, Mike.
That's our listener.
Oh.
It gives you an idea of what you'd be dealing with. Courtney, what about the Rams, the Blues? I got to see how...
All right. Can't
Just be
say-
honest with me.
I'm going to be 100% honest. It's always the best policy. Rams can't say I'm too into.
You a Bengals fan?
Actually, yes.
Wow.
I am
that
kind of a
that isn't
Bengals fan.
easy. I would think it'd be easier to be a Reds fan than a Bengals fan, considering how bad they've
You know
been.
what? The Bengals have made a great comeback this year, and a few years ago they had a good season. And yeah, I mean, I remember they actually, Cincinnati had a good year in sports back when I was 5 and 6 years old.
1989. The
Oh
Reds
yeah,
and
I mean,
Bengals. Bengals
exactly.
Super
We
Bowl,
were
Reds
the
won
sports city, and I remember my parents having great parties at our house for those. I mean, I was too young at the time to really appreciate it, but I kind of grew up liking the Bengals, going to games, even though they were absolutely terrible. For the majority of the time I lived in Cincinnati, but I think they've come a long way.
And what about the Blues?
Oh, I like the Blues. I like watching hockey actually, so I enjoy going to the Blues games.
Favorite player in the Blues?
Oh gosh. I don't really have a favorite Blues player actually. I go, basically to see the fights.
Kelly Chase will enjoy that.
If you had to go on a date with either Jose Rio or Chad Ochocinco,
Awful question.
Oh,
who do you pick?
Ochocinco.
You like that Ochocinco?
Oh yeah.
What, do you only got with black guys? Is that your thing?
No, actually I'm kidding. I don't think I don't know if I'd go on a date.
With Ochocinco?
I don't know. It depends on where he wanted to go. No, I'm kidding.
Well, he's got money. We know that.
No, he's got
That's
cash.
Well then, no.
That's a perk. Courtney, we got to wrap it up. Thank you so much for coming in. We will have the pictures and the video that intern Alex is doing such a fine job of shooting right now on the flip cam
I see that. He's doing a good job
on
with it.
InsideSTL.com tomorrow.